The math homework for chapter 2, lesson 4 is a little confusing, so I really wanted to try and get a quick video done of a few sample problems in case there was any difficulties with homework tonight. For numbers 1 through 8, the students are just estimating the product by rounding, and if you notice in the first sample problem, they do not change that first number. I explained to students when you're multiplying a single digit number by a multi-digit number, you only round the multi-digit number, so the greater factor. So in this number, we're only going to be rounding 6,254. So with the little poem I taught them, find your place, look next door, 4 or less, let it rest. So this will round to 6,000, and we're going to do 2 times 6,000. And then they learned last week when you're multiplying with zeros, you just multiply the 2 and the 6. You get 12, and then you bring down the zeros. So this will be 12,000. And then down here, it's a little confusing. It says find two numbers the exact answer is between. So that means they have to round another way. And the way that they learned to round was they have to find what two numbers this number falls between on a number line. So we learned to do it 6 times this number falls between 7,000 and 8,000. So then they would have to do both of these. So 6 times 7 is 42. So one answer would be 42,000, and then 6 times 8 is 54. And then bring down the zeros, 1,000. So those are the two answers they should have for this problem. And that's how it will look. The reason why we do 7,000 and 8,000, I told the kids they want to look at the place, the highest place value. So what two numbers does this number fall between with the thousands place? So they are always going to have to worry about this thousands place, and usually you either let it rest or you go up one more, just like you would with rounding. Down here it gets a little bit more complicated. So if you read the problem, most Americans throw away about 1,365 pounds of trash each year. Is it reasonable to estimate that Americans throw away over 10,000 pounds of trash in 5 years? What I try to tell the kids is this number here, the 10,000 pounds of trash, this is the estimate that they're giving you already. So they already did the estimate. They want to know if their estimate is reasonable. So to find the true product, we would have to do 5 times 1,365. So since we want to find out if it's reasonable, we're going to do something very similar to what we did up here. We're going to multiply by two numbers that this number falls between. So we're going to end up doing 5 times 1,000, which equals 5,000. Again, 5 times 1, and then bring down the zeros. And then 5 times 2,000, which 5 times 2 is 10,000. So then you have to ask yourself, does this number, 10,000, fall between these? No, it doesn't, because 10,000 is equal to 10,000. It is not between. So it is not reasonable. And then in their explanation, they would say, because they're estimating that it will be over 10,000 pounds, not equal to 10,000. Since it doesn't fall between these two estimates, then that's what makes the answer not reasonable. If you guys have any other trouble with homework tonight, please don't forget you can always look at the Think Central videos as well, and you can also do step-by-step problems.